Hello and welcome to Motors for the Masses, and today we have the new fast version of the bike that came out a year ago. So let's roll the intro and get cracking. Super Soco, founded in 2015, part of vmoto, have been feeding bikes into the European market for quite a few years now, and have always seemed to be slightly larger pedal bikes with a body kit. They then introduced the TC Max, which instead of doing 30 miles an hour, did 60 miles an hour. That was, slightly different. And now they've introduced this. There is a slower version, and the slower version, the Street Hunter TS, does 46 miles an hour, which to me is a bit pointless. It's aimed at the 125 market, but who wants a 46 mile an hour 125? Nobody. So that's why they've got this, the Street Hunter TS Pro. Let's look a bit closer at it, shall we? The old TC Max 125 version had a 5 kilowatt 72 volt mid-mounted motor capable of 60 miles an hour, but it had a seat height of 890 millimeters. That's quite high. The new Street Hunter TS has a range of 35 miles, and as I say, that's at 46 miles an hour. Not very good. So what's so special about this TS Pro? Well, this one uses the 5.2 kilowatt L3E hub motor rather than belt drive, and it has a top speed of 60 miles an hour and a range of 60 miles. Okay, the standard TS you could probably get 60 miles out of as well, but you'd have to do 25 mile an hour everywhere. This one you can do 60 and apparently has a range of 60 miles. Why is that? Well, the battery has changed as well as the hub. Have a look in here. Now you do get quite a sizable storage tray in here, which is quite nice, but under here are the batteries. Now, whereas the TC Max 125 equivalent had one massive battery in there, this has got two, like so. Each battery is a 60 volt 32 amp hour battery, and it comes out separately, which is quite easy to remove. So you just push that in, take that out, like so, and then it's quite straightforward. That's because I haven't turned the alarm off. Like so, and then plop it back in. Easy. The total weight of the bike, including the batteries in, is 103 kilos, and 22 kilos of that are the batteries. You get a 245mm front disc with a double piston radial style caliper and a 180mm rear disc with a single piston caliper. Now, Super Socos were known for having quite skinny tyres, but they're not too bad on this. You get 17-inch wheels, you get a 90 front tyre and a 120 on the back, and that's using cordial rubber. You have upside down front forks and a monoshock on the rear. And now the seat height is only 770mm. That's really quite low. Now I'm 5'10.5" with a 31.5-inch inside leg. I'm sitting on here with a very big bend in my knee, completely flat-footed. If I stood up, I've got quite a gap under my posterior there. It still feels quite sizable though. When you sit on it, it still feels a decent sized bike. Width-wise, still feels quite nice. You've got your 3 modes on here, but I'll show you all the details when I'm riding. However, it's quite a pleasant looking area. Now, there is fast charge on these bikes now as well, and charge time is about 6 hours. That's about 3 hours per battery. At the moment I've got 96%, so that should do us for quite a few miles. You also get a 3-year warranty on those batteries, and the bike comes with a 2-year warranty, and it's available in either black or red. But before I tell you the price, let's go for a ride. So then, let's see how we get on the road. Now, with all, I'm rolling back. With all electric bikes, they sound of nothing. So it'll be interesting to see whether I can hear anything else. Alright, here we go. It's very manageable with this low seat height. So looking at this dash, we've got 14 degrees C here, 96% in the batteries. Hasn't done a lot of miles this, but there's no running involved, clearly, because there's no engine. I'm in mode 3, which is sport mode, so we'll see how good that is. Got a little USB on here, look. Quite nice, USB-C. Here we go. Got to take it easy because these are new tyres. Let's see how we get on. Nice, easy to see dash. The indicators you have to physically move. Pushing them does nothing. But yeah, nice, easy to see dash. I certainly know what speed I'm doing. Feels very light, as I say, very flickable, very nimble. Mirrors, I've got probably about 80% visibility. It's not bad. They're longer style mirrors, so they're not too bad. It's very quiet. I can hear more of the wind in my helmet than I usually can. It's very easy to keep at speed. 30 miles an hour, there's nothing behind me, so I'm just going to check out these speed modes. Just put it in 1, see what that gets. Okay, 1 gets me up to 30 and beyond. Okay, 1 says eco mode, 2 says normal. Okay, normal mode. And 3 is sport mode. So let's leave it in 1 for now, eco, because we're in town. And we'll see how that fares. It's quite a pleasant area. Everything looks pretty normal. Doesn't look too badly made. Switch gears are quite generic. Hazard flashes there, lights there, horn. Here we go. So obviously the acceleration is not as rapid in number 1, but it's taken us up to 30 quite nicely. Now it's the 40 limit, so interesting to see if 1 can go up to 40. Seat's pretty comfortable. I say comfortable, it's a little bit harder than I would have expected, but it's not uncomfortable. Brakes aren't too bad, they're still bedding in, so I've got to be careful on the brakes. We're now in a 40 mile an hour limit, so let's see if I can get to 40 in this number 1 mode. 38, well, that's ideal. 38 in first. 35 going uphill. Bearing in mind I am about 100 kilos in weight, so let's see what difference that makes. That's quite a decent weight. All muscle, not chunky, because I used to do a lot of weight training, so my muscle mass is more, and that's the excuse I'm sticking to. In 2, can we get up to 40? Yes, and beyond. Fine. So brakes are not bad, they're still bedding in, so I'm not going to be too harsh on the brakes in both how I talk about them and usage. The foot positions are quite decent. It's sort of holding me quite nicely at an upright position. As I say, the seat, I would have liked it to be a bit more comfortable, but as I say, it's not uncomfortable. I can just feel the seat, if that makes any sense. I'm in the wrong lane here, sorry. Nothing behind me anyway. Right, so in normal, now this is a 60 mile an hour area, in normal I'm up to 40. So let's put it in sport mode. Woohoo, sport mode, and let's see what we get. Revs go right up to max, and I go up to 45, 46, 47. I'm gonna have to slow down for the roundabout. It's weird not having a foot brake. You've still got the left and right brake levers on here, like you would have with a scooter, and no clutch, obviously. So sitting at 40 mile an hour is fine enough.
It takes the roundabouts easily, bearing in mind, as I say, these tyres are brand new and a bit slippy, and I'm not having any issues at all. I'm going to stick it in first because that keeps me at 38. I'm quite happy with that. So even up to a 40 mph limit, gear 1 is ideal. Slow me down now, look, 35, and I'm going downhill slightly. So let's put it in 2, and that takes me to 40. There we go. That works okay. And then in a second we will get to the 60 limit and we'll see how I fare there. Right, Mr. Magpie. So I'm now coming to a 60 limit, so I'm going to bang it in third and see what that takes me up to. Can we reach 60? 50. 51. Gone down again. Okay, I'm on a slight corner, and with my weight on, it looks about 50 mph is about all I'm going to get. I might be able to get a bit more downhill. We'll do the dual carriageway and see how we go. But I'm not getting much more than 50 here. Brakes are holding up quite well. Yeah, the brakes aren't bad at all, actually. It's not rapid in the way it pulls away, but it's okay, it's quite serene. Oh, a little bit of slippage there on that corner. I'll take it easy on these tyres. Oh no, Audi, I want some slipstream. Okay, so got a slight downhill now. 48, 49, 50, 51. Okay. 54. 55. So it's only a slight downhill as well, so that's not bad. I'm now coming to a slight incline. And I'm starting to slow down. Overtaken by a Land Rover, that's quite tragic. Land Rovers are cool, but they're also not fast. Alright, slight, even more of a downhill now. Let's see if we can get to 60. 57. Come on, I'm determined not to. Oh, hello. Held back there, went to 59 and stopped itself. Yeah, it's pulling back now. It will not go more than 59 mph. Gets to 59 and it physically holds back. Okay, that's interesting. I wonder if that's to try and keep the heat down in the batteries or in the motor. But it will not physically go past 58. Sorry, 59. Will not physically go past 59. Okay. Let's try some twistier roads. Brakes are bedding in a little bit now, they're not too bad. When I say twistier roads, we're going to go around this roundabout and then down there. Just taking the corners okay. So bearing in mind it's on new tyres. This is where it's better, commuting on A roads, normal sort of backcountry roads. Dual carriageways you get 59. It's not ideal, but that's going downhill with a 100-kilo person on it. So if you're a bit lighter, probably get to 60 or 59 earlier. But it holds back. That's the annoying thing. It doesn't just stop, it holds back. You physically feel it holding back. So it can do more than 60, it just won't let you. Suspension's not too bad. It's quite forgiving in the corners. And in the bumps, it seems to take them quite well. No worries about cornering at all. On these country roads it's a little bit bumpy, but I'm not feeling many issues. Over that manhole cover there, I didn't even hardly feel it. So yeah, it's holding its own quite well, really. The suspension is doing its job nicely. Uphill I can sit at 37 in this 40 limit. Yeah, it's okay. Is it a good comparison as a 125? Well, considering the price, and that's the cool bit, and I'm going to tell you that price now, it's 3,349 on the road. So once you've done all the gubbins and got everything ready to roll, it's 3,349 by the time you get it on the road. And at that price, that's not bad at all when you consider how much electric bikes used to be, you know, sort of £5 grand. The prices are coming down. This is pretty well built. It feels nice to ride. It's comfortable. It's got okay power. It's not brilliant power. It's got okay power. But compared to what they used to be, you know, 30-mile-an-hour machines that cost you £5 grand, it's come a long way. As a bike in comparison to a 125 motorbike, something that costs about the same sort of price, you are going to get a 65-mile-an-hour, 70-mile-an-hour machine for the same sort of price. But you don't have all the maintenance and the breaking down issues that go with combustion engine bikes. You don't really have any of the rusting issues you have with combustion engine bikes because you've got a lot of plastic on here. That's what I find, because the bike is quite light. It's got a lot of plastic and not a lot of metal, apart from obviously the frame and the swing arm, etc. But it's quiet, if you like a quiet bike. It's not noisy, it doesn't go... It doesn't sound as much like a child's remote controlled car as I would have imagined it did. So that's a bonus. And it's actually a pleasant bike to ride. You can hear the birds twittering as you ride along. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? So yes, there we go. Now what I am going to do is have my visor up, and I'm going to ride so you can see how quiet it is. See, there's nothing to it, is there? All you hear is wind noise now. With the visor closed, you just can't hear anything. It's very quiet and very serene. Now personally, I like a bit of noise on my motorbike. Right, gear 3, incline, 60-mile-an-hour road. Let's, well, I would say let's go, but it's getting there. A few bumps. Got to be easy on these slippery, wetty corners on these new tyres. But yeah, that's quite fun, quite pleasurable. Not a bad bike at all. What I do want to add before I finish is that I've done 18 miles on this, and my battery's gone from 96% to 48%. So if I'm flat out at 58 or 59 miles an hour, I'm probably looking at around about 40 odd miles range, maybe 50, up and down. I've always kept it in 3, apart from the couple of times I had it in 1 and 2 demonstrating, but other than that I've been in 3. If you're going to be using this as a commuter bike, if your commute is 15 to 20 miles, great, in either direction, unless of course you have the facility to charge at work if you're using it to and from work. So if you do take it to and from work and your commute is 15 to 20 miles, absolutely fine. If you can charge it at work, then your commute can be up to, say, 40 miles, maybe even 50 miles. So it can be used as a daily rider. In and around town you wouldn't be using 3 mode, you'll be using 1 and 2, like here. 1 is 38 miles an hour. I'm going to stick it in 2 mode now, and there'll be slightly less drain on the battery. So in and around town, then yes, you're looking a lot more. I would say even if you're just in and around town, you can probably get more than 60-mile range. But if you're doing motorways or dual carriageways all the way, this is not going to be the bike for you, because it doesn't keep up with motorway speed, being a 59 miles an hour bike. Not even dual carriageway speed. However, 59 is decent. A lot of people do 55, 50 mile an hour on dual carriageway motorways, so that's absolutely fine. So it could work. You just won't get a massive range when you're doing that kind of speed. But other than that, all round, especially considering the price point for an electric bike that's environmentally friendly, and you don't have the maintenance costs and the maintenance worries of a combustion engine bike, then this might be the ideal bike for you. Rideability wise, it just feels like a normal 125, to be honest. It rides well enough, it's comfortable enough. This seat now is no problem at all. Where I said it's a little bit harsh, it was a little bit hard. These brakes are really good now they're bed in, really good. So yeah, it was a little bit harsh, but not offensive harsh. Harsh in a solid kind of way, but not an uncomfortable kind of way. So yeah, I do find it comfortable. The seating position's good, the feet position is good, the handlebar position is good. I'm quite pleasantly surprised by it, to be honest. I was expecting it to be silly, either jerky in terms of pulling away, and it's not. It's quite smooth in its action. It's not, here we go, which is fine, but you don't really need that all the time. I would have liked maybe gear 1 and 2 to be smooth, and gear 3 to be, have it, there's your power. But no, it's all quite serene and smooth, but it gets up there, you know. As long as you've got a downhill decline, you'll get to 59 miles an hour, and perhaps if you don't weigh 100 kilos like I do. So there you go, the Super Soco by vmoto Street Hunter TS Pro. And that's all I got for this video, so thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share this video, and I will see you back here soon for much more. So until next time, please ride and drive carefully, but have fun. Bye bye.